Hi guys, it's Laura from How to Get Your Shit Together, and today we are talking about failure or fear of failure. So someone asked me recently what my biggest failure is, and ironically, I failed to answer that question. I learned a long time ago that failure isn't something to be afraid of. In fact, I'm starting to embrace it more and more. So let's have some chats and maybe you can learn to embrace it too. And hang around until the end of the video because I will be telling you what you can expect from this channel and from the site next month. Let's go! Let he who is without failure cast the first stony glare. And by way of reply, I shall cast the middle finger. The only people in this entire world who haven't failed at something are people who are mere minutes old. And even then it's not a search because my baby wasn't pink enough when she was born, apparently. Yeah, way to give her a complex, midwife. And even after she returned to a more suitable hue, they still weren't happy with a whole host of things. The point is, if you are alive, you are in some way fucking up. How dare you not be perfect? The problem stems back to our childhood, as all good problems do. But we're taught from a young age that failure is bad, that failing a test in school or an exam in college is a terrible thing. We'll never be able to get a job and we'll have no future, and every time we do something wrong, we're given out to. But as adults, we took that and we ran with it. We never questioned it, we never evolved from there. So now when we fail at things, we think, that's it. I'll never amount to anything. It's all over for me. I can never show my face in public again. I will never live down this humiliation and everyone else will remember it for the rest of their lives. First of all, get over yourself. Second, did you learn something? A valuable lesson, perhaps? And are you going to be making that particular mistake again? Probably not, no. So what you're really saying is that your life has improved. You just eliminated a whole other what not to do in the wheel of life and you're one step closer to getting your shit together. I have failed at lots of things in my life. Relationships, certain tasks on my to-do list, learning to play the harp. But it's not really failure because I have learned so much. How can I have failed at relationships when I'm now happily married? And how can I have failed to complete my to-do list when my house is still standing and my family is still whole? And how can I have failed to play the harp when I've just realized that I have greater priorities and abilities? Failure is just one big life lesson. It's there to teach you that that relationship was never going to make you happy, or those 6-inch heels were a bad idea, or that use-by dates are there for a reason. Count yourself lucky because some people haven't failed and figured that out yet. For you, failure isn't an ending, it's a beginning. You've found what doesn't work and you've started on a new journey of discovery. You're even closer to working it all out. Failure is actually a stepping stone to success because we only do better by first not doing so well at all. Still don't believe me, huh? Think of some of the most successful or memorable people you know. Steve Jobs, for example, founded Apple and then a few years later was kicked out of his own company. Fired from the company he had founded. How's that for failure? But he learned from it. He turned around and he clawed his way back to the top and now he's pretty much an icon. The Beatles were initially told that they would have no future in show business. Albert Einstein's teachers told him that he would never amount to much. Walt Disney was sacked from an earlier job for lacking imagination and having no original ideas. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. I think we all know how that one worked out. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Did it defeat him? Temporarily, probably, yeah, because it's okay to wallow a little bit, but then it drove him to do better. In fact, he has one of my favorite quotes about failure. He said, I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. You know, writers have rough drafts and sports stars have practice runs and actors have multiple takes. Nobody knocks it out of the park 100% of the time. Even Babe Ruth had bad days, but he still turned right around and hit more home runs. Success is not about having everything handed to you on a silver platter, and it's not about getting lucky with a lottery win. Success is constantly trying. It's constantly failing, but learning from it and then trying again and doing better the next time. Always being better, always achieving more. Success is just refusing to believe that there are boundaries or limits to your abilities. Success is the self-belief that no matter what you do or how you do it, you will learn something important from it and you will improve and get better all the time. I know that for me, I would rather get where I want to go through my own grit and determination rather than have it handed to me and then not really truly understand it or appreciate it. There's no real value in that for me. So yes, the birds of life are going to shit on you every now and again, but you're going to learn from that. You know, it keeps you humble, teaches you to carry some wet wipes with you, maybe a spare cardigan. If you're not failing, it means you're not trying anything new. And if you're not trying anything new, then you're not going to get anywhere in life. You're not going to improve. You know, I watch my daughter growing so much every day. Terrifying. She fails at a phenomenal rate every day. When she was younger, she fell over a lot, but she didn't give up. She kept at it until she learned to walk. More peas fell off her fork than landed in her mouth, but she's still going to master eating with utensils. A year ago, she barely had any words at all bar mama and dada, and now she's constantly telling stories and singing away to herself. 3 years ago, she wasn't even born, and someday she will rule the world. But she wouldn't be able to do that if she gave up the first time she fell on her arse. So don't fear failure. Embrace it for the fact that it is going to get you where you want to go. Don't let it stop you from pushing and striving, because it's the very thing that's going to help you reach your full potential. Failure is your stepping stone to success. It's not an ending, it's a beginning. Failure is just unfinished success. The greatest failure in life is letting fear rule it. It's not trying something or giving up very early on because of a fear of failure. It's sitting on your arse all day, every day, not even bothering to learn something new or to follow your dreams in case you don't succeed on the first go. Madness. The greatest glory, on the other hand, is to fail at something and then to come back from it braver and better than ever. Stronger, wiser, emboldened, embracing failure for the mentor that it is. Failure is when you stop doing things the wrong way and start learning how to do them the right way. It's the beginning of a new phase, and it's the first step to true success. So go out there and fail at your dreams a few times so that you can finally achieve them. Because once you break through the fear, there is no failure. And there you have it, folks. That is my take on failure. Does that mean that I never feel bad when things don't go the way that I wanted? Nope. But nowadays it's tempered a lot by the realization that it's not a failure if I have succeeded in learning something from it. It's not always easy, but it's a damn sight easier than my woe is me moments. But that is a wrap for my month of self-love videos. I really hope you enjoyed them. I certainly enjoyed making them. And it's been so lovely to read all your wonderful messages saying that, you know, they played even a tiny little part in brightening up your day. So thank you so much for that. For the month of March, I will be taking on the theme of spring cleaning. So between blog posts over on the site and videos here on YouTube, I will be dealing with things like cleaning and decluttering, both physically and mentally. And you know I'll also be talking about the KonMari method because, drumroll please, I have restarted it. Hooray! So yeah, basically how to clear out all of the junk from your life and wash down the walls. I'll be talking about fresh starts and new beginnings, so if that sounds like something you're interested in and you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel by clicking the red button down there. And in the description you'll find a link to the sign up page for the How to Get Your Shit Together newsletter, where you'll be kept updated on blog posts and exciting upcoming projects, and you'll get your hands on some freebies too. I'll also link to some previous videos in the description box below, so that if you're not familiar with me, you can get a feel for who I am and what I do. Comment below and let me know what your biggest fear is. Snakes. Woo. Until next time, gur míle maithagibh agus feici mé sibh se grua. Slán!